Many thanks for staying tuned. Niger Delta Today. Well, barely 1 week after the President Bola Tinubu met with stakeholders of Ogoni land with a view to finding a lasting solution to the challenges plaguing Ogoni people, the President has signed a bill for the establishment of University of Environment and Technology TI in Ogoni. The President signed the bill at the ceremony at the State House, Abuja, on Monday, in the presence of key officials, including the senator representing Ogoni Land, Digi Barinada, National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alosa, and Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila. The approval followed a recent meeting between Tinubu and Ogoni leaders at the State House, during which the President also expressed his intention to resume oil exploration activities in the region. Now, you would recall that the meeting generated reactions from various quarters, with some stakeholders in the region insisting that the Ogoni crisis that led to the shutting down of the oil wells must be addressed before production can commence or recommence. Ogoni hosts no fewer than 33 oil wells that contributed about 60% of oil revenue to Nigeria before it was shut down as a result of the environmental crisis. And it may seem as though President Tinubu is ready to match his words with actions, leaving no stone unturned in addressing the grievances. We hope to turn our sights on most of these issues and get to find out what really transpired as regards this effort by the President and what it hopes to achieve. Let's let you have a view of what the President said.
More than the creation of a university, it is reaffirmation of our unwavering commitment to the people of Ogoni, the Niger Delta, and the entire nation as a whole. For decades, the Ogoni people have been at the forefront of fight for environmental restoration and sustainable development, shaping both national and global conversation on these critical issues.
Well, that is the President speaking on the activities of government as regards when it comes to its expectations for the Ogoni land. And with this university coming on board, it is hoped that it is going to, in a way, address some of the grievances of Ogoni people, even though there are a list of all other things that the Ogoni people are expecting from the government before it can accept resumption of oil exploration. Well, we have in the studio to further expand this conversation an oil and gas expert in the person of Pastor Samuel Okpoworook. He joins us live on the program. Pastor Okpoworook, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, audience.
Well, the development of the establishment of University of Environment and Technology in Ogoni, this is coming at a time when the federal government has been making plans to resume oil exploration in Ogoni land. And critics would think that this is a way the federal government is hoping to sort of appease or make the people of Ogoni happy in such a way that it begins to see reasons why the federal government should do what it needs to do in Ogoni land. But then let's look at the development of this university generally. It is an environment and technology university. How significant is it at this time?
Well, I would say it's a welcome development in a way, because for me, it's still a very infinitesimal reaction to the yearnings and cries and longing of the Ogoni people. But at least for the first time, you have somebody that has listened. He's been a player in the system all along. So for him to, because we've had governments in Nigeria that will just go ahead and bulldoze their way and do what they want to do, irrespective of what the people feel. It does not matter. But for the first time, you have somebody that, as a reaction to the feelings of the people, they have looked for something. Because like I said, it's just a small, it's like a drop in the ocean. Looking at the fact that the Ogonis have can give over 60% of the revenue that builds Nigeria. In fact, Ogoni builds Nigeria 60%, if we want to be very, very, very blunt. So, so to drop a university is a good idea. I mean, I give kudos to this government, but it's still something that is just
still at the periphery.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Let's look at the benefits of this establishing this university. When it comes on stream, how beneficial will it be to the region and the Ogoni people?
Yeah, it will be beneficial to not only Ogoni, because there is no way you do explorations, you do minings and so on, that you will not have degradations. So for us now to have, I'm sure if you look at universities in Nigeria, you barely had universities that had environmental issues as their core mandate to face. And then maybe you do a first degree on the periphery, and then you go outside to do something that can now really point you to what you are doing. So this is the University of Environmental Studies, you know, technology.
And also technology.
What I guess is going to happen here is that the different facets of environmental degradation, issues about environment, will be tackled by this university. So this is not just benefiting the Ogoni people alone. It's actually a good thing for the country and possibly for the sub-Saharan Africa. Because whatever comes out of here, you can have note that Nigerian universities, apart from the nonsense and a few of them that have begun to maybe do degree for money, Nigerian universities have produced some of the best brains in the world. We can hold our head down anywhere in the world about the products of Nigerian universities. So where this university goes in that tandem, we are going to see a good fallout for this university. Apart from the benefits environment, the economic effects of the area, you know, that university is going to generate other things that will be beneficial to the people. You know, you have people, some businesses will spring up. You know, a lot of things are going to happen. University generally is a community that affects a lot of people. So you like it or not, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a plus for this government. True, it's a plus for this government. You know, I never really liked this government at the beginning, but I'm beginning to. Some of the things that this man is doing actually surprises me, because you wouldn't have expected. But I mean, he comes in. There are some things he just takes head on, and he has the heart to do some things some people would not have been able to do. Yes, because you like it or not, there are pressures on him. There are sectional pressures. There are tribal pressures. You know, but he seemed to me that like a man that is ready to take the bull by the horn in some things. So that's what I like about him.
Okay. Well, looking at this starting point, I mean, the university coming on stream, it is agreed that it is indeed a commendable feat.
Yeah.
But then, what are those other steps that you feel the federal government can take in ensuring that if it truly has this intention of resuming oil exploration in the region, it should do in ensuring that all areas, all facets are on board the decision of the federal government?
First and foremost, Ogoni must be cleaned. Ogoni has suffered some of the worst degradations in the world, not just in Nigeria. So the cleaning up of Ogoni, there has been a lot of politics about it. Ogoni must be clean. Secondly, not just Ogoni. Those of us from Niger Delta, we must begin to have our people have ownership of oil wells. We can't always have the Danjumas and the Ibrahims and so on have oil wells here.
The Niger Deltans don't have any ownership of any oil wells?
Show me, bring out the list of the ownership of oil wells, and let's see how many people from Niger Delta own oil wells.
So they own it. Maybe the percentage is not that high.
Why would the percentage not be high? Are you drilling, are you mining gold in Zamfara? Are you mining bauxite and so on in the north?
What percentage would you say is commensurate?
At least 50%. Yes.
Okay.
The oil is from here. That's why God put us here. That's why God put us here. So people from here should be the first beneficiaries. The Bible says that the husbandman is the first partaker of whatever he grows. So if this comes from here, if they are doing all the magomago they're doing in the issue of Boko Haram, so that they can mine what belongs to them and take it out, they should give us, this man, the former NLC chairman, Senator, this man from Edo, the former governor of Edo,
Adams
Oshimole, he's been on TV that we have 2 laws for Nigeria. And the sooner we know that what is good for the goose is good for the gander, then that is when we are going to begin to know that Nigeria is going to, otherwise, what you do up there, you must do up down here. Are you following me? So allow our people to also own oil wells. That is a very crucial, apart from cleaning Ogoni, our people must be seen and known to be part and parcel of the beneficiaries of.
But that is actually stopping the Niger Delta from owning this oil well. What are the criteria involved to own an oil well?
It's not when they shared it in those days. In the army shared it to the generals and so on. Were they criteria? We have Kwebom generals. We have people that we have General Tugudo. We have General another Tugudo. We have a lot of generals that came. This man that died, Commodore. Nsika Edwok. You know, were they not generals? Why did they not own oil wells? No, you see, the issue is that we are not telling ourselves the truth, and sometimes we are not allowed to say the truth. The truth is that we have been cheated. The Niger Delta people have been cheated. The Ogoni people, from the question you've asked, have been thoroughly cheated. Why would 60% of the country be fed by a section? And you can almost go and check if you have up to 10 people from Ogoni that own major oil wells.
Now, the president understands the plight of the people. That is why he started this move. Do you think that this move by Mr. President will go a long way to calm firmness and probably set a platform for reconciliation?
It may calm the frayed nerves for a period.
Okay.
Are you following me? But whatever has to be done, you know, there should be follow-ups. That the nerves that are being calmed down in a way. And can you find out how many people are being calmed in the first place? How many people, if you take the population of Ogoni, how many people do you think the announcement of a university is really exciting them?
The Joyous, the Mossop, and also those groups that we are against before. And you know, are commending Mr. President.
Commending Mr. President, the hierarchy,
well, if you're looking at it from the employment it's going to generate, and I'm sure the university is going to make provisions for specifics for Ogoni people to be partakers in whatever is going to generate employment and what have you.
I'm not arguing about that. There will be fallouts. Are you following me? But when you look at, you know, maybe a major gas plant, okay, that is what the kind of jobs the university will generate, okay, the kind of employment the university will generate. Can you compare that to what a gas plant or a petrochemical industry can generate, and the type of employment that can generate for the people? Let's face it. For example, I know we are talking about Ogoni land. Akwabom is one of the biggest oil producers in the country. We don't even have a tank farm, a federal government tank farm. We don't have a refinery. We have nothing, absolutely nothing. We either go to Calabar, we go to Port Harcourt to buy fuel. So these are things that must be addressed.
Yeah, well,
so for the Ogoni people, because that's where we are focused. But I mean, you cannot talk about Ogoni people without talking about the Niger Delta as a whole. You know, so the important thing is that we thank Mr. President. Thank you for the university, but it's a drop in the ocean. Go ahead, let's cancel the other oil wells. Let it be a fresh approach. Let other people, and make sure, you see we have quota in Nigeria. We have quota. Do we have quota, sir? Eh? We don't have quota. We have quota.
You have quota.
We have quota in Nigeria. The North produce this. Okay. If you can have 3 something in jam, and somebody has 1 something, and they will take the person on 1 something from the North, and will drop the person 3 something. Is that not part of the quota?
Okay.
So why don't you also do the same thing for the oil wells? Give quota to the people that own the resources. That's what I mean. These are the things, sir. If you want a major thing that will help, is major factories, and then ensure that the people from that area also are participants. What you should understand is that some of the people clapping, not all, actually are beneficiaries of some political perks. So they must clap for the government to look good. But I don't have anything to lose. So I appreciate what the president has done. But there must be a follow-up to the university. The university is a good start, but like I said, it's too small. It's very, very small. Considering the losses, considering the years of pilage and spillage, they have been piling, taking product. All the stealings we are talking about, where is it happening? It's in that area. Are you following? People cannot fish. I mean, I've been in the oil industry for close to 35 years now. Okay? And I can tell you something. We've gone to do things. Some places you cannot enter. You cannot. So, how do you... And people have actually died. Can we quantify the people that have died because of the health issues? Are you following me? So, my take is, Mr. President, thank you, you've started something. Now that you've started what others never wanted to do, rather they decided to kill the people who were agitating. But this one has come, instead of killing people, he has said, listen, okay, I'll give you a lifeline. For me, this is like a lifeline. It might be small, but Mr. President, sir, let us move ahead. Look at what major industry can we bring to the Ogoni land? Okay. Who gives us 60% of the oil wells we have in the nation? How can we get some people in Ogoni land to become owners of oil wells? It's in their backyard. So this is very fantastic. I'm telling you, it's very good. But no matter how fantastic, when you take the whole sum, the whole set, this is a miniature subset in the whole set. Mr. President can do more, and seeing the way he's going, I want to believe that he will do more.
Well, Pastor Bulwark, another very crucial area, you talked about quota, then 60% is what the Ogoni land provided. Now, let's look at what Nigeria as a whole has lost. This period that Ogoni has not been in operation when it comes to oil exploration and all of that. What is the magnitude of losses that the Nigerian country has incurred so far?
Yeah. We have lost 60% of what we would have earned. That's
where would we have been, supposing Ogoni was still producing as much as it?
You want me to be blunt? To be very blunt.
Well, would we still be suffering?
We may have still been suffering because the people that have been stealing the product would have had more to steal. Yeah.
And there will still be issues of degradation.
Exactly.
Environmental.
The people that are stealing would have had more to steal. So the issue, I've said on this program, on your program here, that there are a lot of things that need to be done.
So it's not about surplusness. It's not about how available it is.
It's about the management of what we have. It's not being properly managed. No. We have too many thieves in the system.
So how are we going to solve these issues and these issues
I said here that Merikali should be sacked. I said here. He is the head of, when the rot was there, how can he still be the head and you expect something better to come?
A lot of commendations have actually trailed what Melekari has been doing.
Let me tell you something.
Talk about the Port Harcourt refinery and Warri refinery. They're saying that he's playing a very key role in ensuring that those...
What key role? Can you match what we have lost in the thievery to what is being done now? Can you match it? No, can you match it? You asked me, he said, what have we lost as a country?
But recently, the military is doing a good job since the president mandated them to start, going to nook and crannies of the Niger Delta.
How do we get back the things that we lost? No, a country that would not make people pay a price for the crimes they commit cannot move forward. Forget about whatever you are seeing now.
Okay.
Yes, it will not move forward. There is no country that will not, lay hold and say, listen, you must account where there's no accountability. You remember the holabolo that came with the refinery when it came back. There are things that maybe I know one or two key players inside this thing. Leave this thing. Merakari is, but let me tell you something. Let's go back to you were the one that brought the issue of what have we lost? What have we lost? Is he the right person? It's like giving your gold. If you give your gold to a thief to hold, does that stop him from being a thief?
Unnecessarily.
I rest my case.
Okay, so we were at the point of finding out how to plug these loopholes. Apart from the sacking of Melekiari, what other suggestions do you have?
Block loopholes.
No, you have, in short, the beginning is to change the system. You must change the whole gamut. Because you cannot, it's like you are coming to probe me. You must remove me from that system for that probe to be right. If you do not remove me from the system, because I was stealing, I know how to
Block
to do things to ensure that things look like they are. Bonla, that man that worked for, you heard him. He found $60-something billion in somebody's account. Told Buhari, and nothing was done about it. Is that a country that wants to move forward? You want to plug loopholes? Those are the kind of people that we're going to go after. Because you see, if you don't punish people, okay, if there are no punitive measures for deterrence, let me call it deterrence, people will continue to do exactly the same thing they are doing. Okay? If a refinery has stood for all the years and we were spending billions every year, and you cannot call these people to come and give us an account of how these billions were spent. Okay? I can do everything to look very good now, so that you might say I'm doing well. Otherwise, what should actually be done is, please, can you account for the years that had been in rot over the period? You want to plug the loopholes? It's not the same people that ran that system that they're going to use to do a new format that will bring some. Okay, you remember I told you about the console that Saudi Arabia has, that you could tell every iota of oil that is leaving Saudi Arabia. Remember?
Yeah.
I think we even had the pictures. Now, we've had that thing in this country for a long time. Right.
So why was the functionality in question?
It's now and it's beginning to try to function. What does that tell you? So if the same person that was there for years, this thing never functioned, he is going to, whoever it is, it's not only, you see, that's what I'm saying, it's the system. If you do not deal with the system, you are not going to change whatever is going on. What is going to happen is that the president has started a good thing, okay? Maybe one or two things will let the Ogoni people now say, okay, you can come and start drilling. But sir, I repeat, they must be, before that, I hope the Ogoni people will know that they must get their place cleaned.
Okay.
Yeah.
That cleaning is very, very.
Well, that's part of their requests before
Yes.
the federal government can actually.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch.
Indeed.
Ogoni must be clean. The devastation is too much. You see, if you are not in the industry, you may not understand. It's too much. It's heartbreaking.
All right, Pastor Bowarok. We'll actually take you to another very crucial aspect of this conversation. Is the issue of marine economy will be next on our